Good morning. It's Mark Ballard at Ballard 360, and we're doing another stats brief. It's kind of the numbers behind the market. And for those of you who are data files, you'll kind of like this. If you're a numbers person like I am, you'll get into this. Anyway, it's a brief overview of the market and the first week of May. And we've gotten stats numbers from the real estate board. So I'm going to run through those just to give you an idea of where we're at. Okay. And I wanted to tell you a little story. I normally kind of shave for these things. And I was thinking that this COVID thing and kind of having a little bit of fun, I decided I'd try and grow a mustache. And it's not November, but I thought, hey, what the heck? And it's really funny because my wife Jan, giggles at the fact that I've actually got a mustache. I remember a lot of years ago, a matriarch in our local real estate market, Carolyn Stenson, who I've known for almost 30 years. When I was first starting in real estate, I grew, I don't know for what reason, for fun, I grew a goatee. And as I was growing it, and Carolyn saw me, and first thing she said was, "Realtors don't have facial hair," and just blasted by me. And I thought, oh my God, I've just started. She's like the bigger than big personality at the office, and I just said, oh my God. So I think I shaved in our office bathroom, within 5 minutes. Anyway, so the COVID thing is kind of, got me wondering if I could even grow one. So that's a little story for today. On to the data and the stats. The brief is that, much like what I said in the first kind of chapter of the stats brief a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, is still bearing out. We have had kind of a 50% roll off in the market due to this COVID thing, but these numbers are really not that different than what we saw sales volumes wise through 2018 and into the first half of 2019. So this isn't really that bad. To give you, for instance, in the last sort of 2 months since COVID came, we've sold in North Van, roughly 150 homes and 300 odd condos. On the west side, we've sold 650 condos and 180 homes. So, that's not, that's fairly good. And I think most of the people that I'm running into are quite, we're kind of assuming that nobody's moving, nobody's budging, and therefore there were nobody's sales, and that we've kind of halted to a standstill in the real estate market. It's just not the case. I think there's a lot of agents out there being very innovative. I think they're being, the good ones are on Zoom, the good ones are doing social media, the good ones are catering to their clients. The real estate industry was said to be a necessary service in the times of COVID. And we're working around with protocols. The real estate board has issued protocols for showings, for open houses. I know realtors that are doing like virtual open houses, and now you can do 3D virtual tours. Kaylee been doing some Zoom or Skype kind of telephone, I think it's FaceTime showings, where people are at home, but Kaylee's walking around the property with her phone and showing her and speaking about it and talking from not a marketing perspective like you'd see in a virtual tour, but more of how this meets your needs and and that particular customer's needs. So it's great to see, and there is some energy in the market. The North Vancouver homes right now are topping the $20,000 to $25,000 mark. Last time, a couple weeks ago when we spoke, I kind of separated the market in North Van to under 1.8 million and over 1.8 million. And what we were finding is pistol hot under 1.8, slow as everywhere else above 1.8. And that corresponds, as I said last time, to this affordability sector where people can, buy sometimes on a single family basis. They can get suites, they're getting land, and they're getting in there for 1.3, 1.4. And that is a very hot market. The condo market is solid under $800,000, and that's all across the Lower Mainland. I think that there's a lot of energy, a lot of young energy is in the market. I think those of us that are on the other end of the scale, the more mature financially, a little bit older, a little bit less tech savvy, a little bit less used to relying solely on what they can see on a screen and wanting to get what I call belly to belly with the real estate. Those markets are quite slow. In West Vancouver, in February, we sold 45 homes. March, we sold 41 homes. April, we sold 21 homes. Now, that's not non-existent. 21 homes is at these prices that's a good amount of money being invested into the West Vancouver real estate market. Having said that, that is back to that 5-6% of the sales to actives ratio, which we were experiencing those levels, right through 2017, 18, and into 2019. Mind you, the listings have come way off. We're carrying about half the listings that we were carrying through those periods. And previous to that, going back into 2016 and previous to 2016, all the way back through, kind of 2000 to 2016, a nice level of listings in West Van as well as North Van was somewhere around that 400 mark. And we're carrying 350 listings in West Van. We're carrying only 250 listings in North Van. So North Van is actually a market which is selling hot, and we can't keep the houses on the shelf. And I think that means that the inventory levels are low. So this is a great time to be a seller. It's a great time to be a seller in the more affordable range. It's a great time to be a seller in North Van. It's a great time to be a seller in the affordable ranges of Richmond, Burnaby. We're also seeing good activity out in the valley and in the Tri-City area. And the west side, not a non-existent market again. I mean, we've sold about 700, 750 homes since the last time I was in a restaurant. So, this is pretty good. I would say that it's not a bad time to be out there buying. I think there are good deals to be made, and in different markets, and we're still seeing multiple offers in that lower, more affordable areas around the Lower Mainland. So I'm very impressed with the energy levels that I'm seeing. Anyway, that is it in a nutshell. I mean, interest rates look like they're going to be holding stable. We've got the first-time home buyer issues are out there, are very strong. We've got the test stress has been relieved. I think they're and we have some activity. So trust your realtor, get in there and use them, and use the available online and the tech packages that we can offer you, and we'll see you next time. Anyway, this is Mark Ballard, Ballard 360. our stats brief for this week. First week of May. Cheers. Bye.